smell.
Good morning. T-townMaryEllen here with Freddie, and we're doing a part of Route 66 from Springfield, Missouri to the corner of northeast Oklahoma, heading into the Route 66 there. So we're going Route 66 from Springfield, Missouri, and now we're in Carthage, Missouri, and headed to Kansas to do a little shoot there. And then Leanne and I have done, and Freddie and I have done northeastern Oklahoma. So this is the start of our journey trying to get Route 66 in Missouri and Kansas. Down on Route 66, downtown Carthage, Missouri, and this is their main street. Americana at its best. Beautiful old buildings that have been restored. And here's the Battle of Carthage. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure what this building is, but I'm going, maybe like a courthouse, town hall. I'm gonna walk around and check it out, see what it is. Do you know what building this is, honey? There literally is no sign on it.
City Hall.
City Hall. Look at the old clock tower. More of downtown Carthage. It's very, very cool. If you ever get the chance, it's so worth the while to come here. Man, it's I don't even have the words. Very restored, very functional, very retro, very cool. Here's an old Civil War cannon in front of the memorial building. This is Carterville, Missouri, on Route 66, the ice cream parlor and Superman Museum, and a rail car of some sort, whether it be railroad car or trolley, that they use. You buy the ice cream and then you sit out here and eat it. Another very cool place on Route 66. Here's a building next to it that probably in its heyday looked really awesome. It needs a little help now, but back in the day, being on Route 66, it was probably very cool. Now we are in Webb City, Missouri, at their Chamber of Commerce on Route 66. Very cool. And I'm sorry, I'm not very descriptive, but that's just the first words that come out of my mouth because it really is.
In the first car is obviously Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe. That one's usually pretty obvious. And then in the second car, that is actually the painter's wife and their little dog. On the motorcycle, that is the painter's brother-in-law. And then standing over next to his red motorcycle, that is the painter himself. His name is John Gray. He was our mayor for several years here in the city, and he does painting free time, so he painted this for us. And it's actually on 3 separate canvases, so there's no way to move it wherever without it being an issue.
That is so cool. Hand painted, guys, from the former mayor of Webb City, who is a painter. This Route 66 Welcome Center at Webb City in Missouri used to be an old gas station that they converted to the Welcome Center. This is Webb City, Main Street in Webb City, Missouri on Route 66. The cool, look at the wreaths on every lamppost going down the street. Just an old-fashioned Main Street. Joplin, Missouri. And this was where the old Newman's department store was. And this is a mural of what it would have looked like back then.
So we're amping up for that, and we also have the sesquicentennial coming up. So Joplin's turning 150, Missouri's turning 200 or whatnot. So we've got all these in a 3-year time span. So some of it flips over to a lot of history, Joplin history.
Oh yes.
But some of the artwork, there's your pin, huh?
I collect football newspapers.
All right, so
No, come on.
here we go. I'm going to point out a couple things just because it's going to explain things as I go further on. These here are just some old hotels from in Joplin. Most of them are Route 66, but not all of them. A couple of them of interest. Mickey Mantle, of course. Mickey Mantle's boyhood home is in Commerce, Oklahoma, and so he played for the Joplin Miners ball team here in Joplin, and the Yankees came here and scouted him when he signed. So, but he had a holiday in here for a while. Also in the history book I got, it talks about Bob Cummings. Bob Cummings was from the area. He also had a hotel in the area.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Route 66 hotels. This one here is on the newer version up here in North Main. It has been redone and is operating as like an Airbnb type thing. This one here is still here. Some fun little other ones. Around here we have some gorgeous art. We actually have a Thomas Hart Benton mural. Thomas Hart Benton is a famous American muralist. He grew up in Neosho, which is just south of Joplin, about 15 miles. And he came here to work at the turn of the century. And Joplin's a mining community. And so this actually is exactly Main Street, Joplin. One of the hotels back here on the corner is the same hotel that's up in that painting. Those are all real people. He talks about the 3 phases of mining: manpower, horsepower, steam power. He painted himself. He's the gentleman with the white shirt and the red tie. The children in the wagon, those were the grandchildren he had at the time of the painting of this in the 70s. And the little boy hanging over the edge, that's Anthony Bettengood. Anthony Bettengood is the one that painted this one right over here.
Oh my.
This here, I spoke about Mickey Mantle. This one here has Mickey Mantle in it. He painted his grandfather. His grandfather is the gentleman in the red shirt over there sitting down there.
Is that Mickey Mantle in the red
Mickey
car?
Mantle is, no, he's the gentleman up against the panel van right here. Underneath that Route 66 sign.
Yes.
I said this is exactly how Main Street looked in Joplin at the turn of the century. This is not Main Street, or
Okay.
he didn't grow up here, he didn't live here, he visited here. What he could remember, they commissioned him in 2010 to do this. What he remembered was that 40s, 50s vibe.
Okay.
And Route 66, so that's kind of where that comes from. I talked about the building. The building was built in 1910. It was built as Newman's department store, so you can see we've got all the arrows everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
They actually remained in this building until 1972 when they moved to the mall. And they were in business for a few years after that. Over here, we have a little, so this is what the department store looked like in the 20s and 30s, and it has a breakdown between what was on every single floor.
Oh, wow.
And then the pictures over there on that stand is all interior photos of 40s and store windows in the 40s and 50s. This here, of course, was the first floor. You can see the mezzanine area here. The shoe department sat right over here on these windows. I do know that. I get people come in and tell me stories all the time.
Oh, how cool.
That's the original.
Newman's.
We do not have the very sign on the very top anymore, unfortunately. Everything up in these front windows is all merchandise and gift certificates and stuff from the store. So that's kind of where that vibe is. When they renovated this building the first time in the mid-90s, they took out the stained glass window and they put another really pretty stained glass window in there. But 4 years ago now, right around this time of the year, we got the original stained glass window back from the, so this was original.
Wow.
Crest of the thing. Now, if you're into art, up in the mezzanine area, this entire area over here is all more artwork and everything to do with this mural. For Thomas Hart Benton mural. This here, there's a little description in that book. This one here is actually was given to me.
This used to be Newman's department store. It's now converted to the tourism center. Amazing in Joplin, Missouri. This is downtown Joplin, Missouri, on Route 66. Another beautiful mural. Galena, Kansas, another stop on Route 66 that we're doing today. And this used to be an old Texaco station that he has now converted. Told us the whole story back in 2018 or 19, and he converted it and is his passion now. And this is Galena, Kansas. This is Galena, Kansas Main Street.